Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Oh my goodness, so good today. I mean, I think something a lot of us really wanted. Oh my goodness, let's just get to it because today was so good. So at Crimson, Nina and Franco are talking, and the magazine's a real success. The numbers were in a fluke, which I think is really, really exciting. I just readjusted for a second so it wouldn't be as shaky. Okay, so Nina is worried about the follow-up and keeping the magazine a success because she kind of feels like she fell backwards into the whole green issue thing. But Franco has complete and utter faith in her, which is really nice to see. And Julian is running late because there's going to be an interviewer to come talk to Nina and Julian about the green issue and about Crimson's success. But Julian isn't showing up, and you'll find out why soon. And the interviewer shows up, and Nina, it's for the Financial Times or something. And Nina asks to reschedule because Julian isn't there. But the interviewing, wants to talk to her alone, since she's the brains behind Crimson. And of course, Nina brings up Maxie and how she can't take all the credit because, Maxie is a big part of this. But he wants to know how she came up with the green issue. So she spins it like the magazine was always supposed to be green. Of course, because you're not going to say it was a mistake. So she's like, oh yeah, and the magazines showed up and they were green. And I knew that my vision was complete. She's really good. I'm not gonna lie. I really like Nina. I like how they've made her grow. And she really does lean into his questions and use his questions more as prompts because she's just kind of, winging this whole thing. So she wants the next issue to reflect the readership and show who they are. And again, making it up as she goes along, but totally pulling it off. I mean, fake it till you make it, 100%. So the interviewer says he knows exactly what she's doing. She wants to show the real radiance of real women. And she's like, yes, that is what I want to do. And I want to show their tenacity and how iridescent they are. She was reading off some kind of an ad for something. My TV is small, so I can't see the little details. I have to keep pausing and looking. Just saying. Get me a bigger TV, people. It'll make your viewing experience a lot better. All right, so now at the METROCOURT restaurant, Julian is still convinced that Crimson's numbers are a fluke. And he and Nina are going to meet with the Financial Times for an interview. And when Nina brings up her ideas, he's just going to pick the worst one and go with it. Real nice. But Olivia calls Julian to ask if he can take Leo for the day because the situation has come up. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's jump over to someone else at the METROCOURT restaurant. Does it have a name or is it just the METROCOURT restaurant? So Sam sees Jason and they decide to have coffee because he already had breakfast. And it's so good to see him in his black t-shirt. He really feels like Jason. Dr. Scheinberg gave his statement this morning that the fall was an accident, so that is all taken care of. No one got intercepted or anything. The statements were given. And Jason is skeptical about the broken picture and the break-in. He doesn't know what to think, and of course he doesn't want to say what we're all thinking, So he tells her that Jake said she did it, that he's making up stories. And Jason doesn't want to tell Jake that Elizabeth lied for months and that was the cause of the breakup. Because I don't know, it's very complicated because of course you don't want the kid to hate his mother, but at the same time he can't be blaming outside people for the breakup that it wasn't their fault. So Sam explains to Jason, as Jason's what if I was a target? Who are they targeting? Are they targeting Elizabeth? Are they targeting me? So Sam explains to Jason that mobsters target mobsters, and it doesn't get personal. Going into a house and breaking a picture, that's way too personal. And he asks if anyone would have a personal vendetta against him. Franco does get brought up as, a someone who might fit that profile. But, Sam tries to abridge the story. She doesn't go into the details of what happened, just that, it was tumultuous, to say the least. And she doesn't think that he'd provoke Jason by breaking in and doing that kind of stuff, though. And Sam offers to investigate the break-in. She wants to help, and then they leave to check out the house. Let's see. At the police station. All right, we're going to jump back into the story. Olivia is handcuffed to the table with Leo, and she makes her phone call to Julian. I just covered that. And Julian and Alexis, yes, come to the station, and Olivia tells them what happened. Alexis is horrified by the idea that Olivia was arrested for breastfeeding, but apparently she assaulted the mayor. So unless something happened that we didn't see yesterday, but don't worry, it all gets filled in. So Olivia, when she got up, I don't remember yesterday, she got up, she bumped the table, and like the security guard got involved. That's the assault. The mayor is saying that she verbally assaulted, she was verbally assaulted by Olivia, and she was provoking an assault on a public official. What? Were we watching? Okay, Mayor Lomax needs to watch General Hospital, because she would see that's totally not what happened. So as they're dragging Olivia to the cells, Alexis steps up as Olivia's attorney. And not only is that like really nice, but like I'm like, yes, I'm all for this. Make this happen. Yes, I'm so happy. So the mayor pushes the verbal assault, and Alexis pushes the issue of what the conversation was about. So Alexis sums up how the mayor harassed Olivia after Olivia stated her rights, and when Olivia went to leave, she bumped the table, and the mayor took advantage. And Alexis says, should this go to court, she will bring up how the mayor violated the law by harassing Olivia for doing something she was 100% in the right to do, and she will even go further with it. So women having women's backs, I love it. I think in the comments, we were just kind of talking about this the other day about like not hating the other woman, so I think this kind of piggybacks off that, like seeing, oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Like, I do you feel it too? Like, do you just feel that feeling? Because I do. So Julian asks the mayor if they can work it out. He brings up how it would be a shame if a scandal broke out because the media got a hold of the story. And Olivia wants to feed Leo because he hasn't eaten, obviously, since she couldn't feed him before. So the police officer, kind of won't uncuff her. So then he asks where the bottle is and he'll get it. And Olivia's like, are you not aware of why we're all here in the first place? So then he kind of takes offense when he realizes she's going to breastfeed right there. Not offense, but he's like, it's so strange. So he uncuffs her, and Alexis brings Leo over and helps her, get into position, and even takes a picture. How nice. So Julian also brings up to the mayor how he is the publisher and owner of the Port Charles Press, and he also made a sizable donation to her campaign and is a supporter of her. So, is there any way we can work this out? At the hospital, I'll get back to that because, it gets even better. So at the hospital, Kevin is talking with Elizabeth. He's worried that, she may have another breakdown because of all the stress she's under. And he cautions, but it's so weird the way he says Jason found out his identity at your wedding and it ended your relationship. Does he not know that about the lie she told for 7 months and that she knew his identity for all that time? Because the way he was talking, I feel like he didn't know that. Anyway, he cautions her to get help if she starts to feel overwhelmed. And then Jake comes out of his session with his therapist, and Jake is closed off and didn't want to communicate. He only wanted to talk about his father, and the therapist doesn't want to jump to conclusions. She recommends art therapy, and Franco comes over and sits with Jake. Unrelated, though. So Kevin even endorses that, Franco does get results, and they really want to give it a try. So Liz goes over to Franco and Jake. Jake gives Franco the picture he finished, and we'll come back to that. Sabrina. Okay, first of all, I was really surprised to see Sabrina because I thought when she went off, like, that was her maternity leave, but we still get it, like, a few more times with Sabrina, apparently. So Felix, or maybe this might have been the last. Anyway, Felix calls Sabrina. She answers. He tells Sabrina Michael wants to get back together. Well, we don't hear that side of the conversation. I can only speculate. And he apparently told her everything Michael said. I guess even about raising the baby as his own. Carlos comes in. He says it was a bad idea to talk to Felix. It's hard for her to live on the run, and he wants her to cut all ties to Port Charles. Anna Devane, is looking for her. That's another tidbit that Felix told her. And Carlos is not pleased to hear that. Sabrina says the last time she talked to Anna, it was almost like she knew he was alive, but they try to brush off that possibility, but it still kind of worries them. Carlos says that Port Charles wasn't good for her, and she was with two men that threw her away like trash. And I don't know if she's okay with this decision she's now made to go off with Carlos, knowing that she has another option back in Port Charles. But she does literally throw her phone into the woods, and they seem happy. Not buying it. At Anna's place, Andre is Robert's contact to lead them to Carlos and Sabrina. Robert asks how they know each other, and, Andre doesn't want to out her as, like, being his patient, but Anna does say that he was her therapist. Andre thinks Carlos will become increasingly desperate because he has Sabrina and the baby to worry about, and he feels Carlos will manipulate Sabrina because he doesn't see her as her own person. Does anything I explained in that previous scene, like, kind of point to that? I think so. They think that he's headed for Canada, and they narrow down to 2 boats because obviously Sabrina won't be able to fly, or they don't think she will. And based on Andre's assessment, they figure he would bring her somewhere more isolated because they either have Toronto or, like, Nova Scotia. So they think he would bring her somewhere more isolated, like Halifax, Nova Scotia. And now, end scene, we're going to get to hear some of the really good stuff. So Julian calls Nina and tells her Olivia was arrested for breastfeeding in public, and he's happy the interview happened without him. And then Nina takes the idea, like, she's like, breastfeeding in public, and, like, she really likes something about it, so I'm thinking she'll work it into that Crimson issue about, real women and real tenacity and, real, I don't know. I'm excited. Are you excited? Like, I'm really excited. And the mayor makes a sort of apology and wants to pretend it never happened. And Olivia thanks Alexis and Julian and just kind of wants to get out of there. But Alexis doesn't want to forget this ever happened and decides that her and Olivia are going to file suit against the city. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. Anna, Andre, and Robert are headed to Halifax, and Carlos and Sabrina are, in fact, in Halifax. I believe the newspaper, like, it was like the Halifax newspaper or something like that. Again, small TV, far away. I, need a new prescription maybe, but yeah, they're in Halifax, I guess. I don't know. So Franco runs Jake's pictures past Kevin. Not necessarily... because he sees similarities between Jake's drawings and the drawings he made as a kid, and we all know how he worked out, so he's worried, to say the least. Jason and Sam figure out the timeline of the break-in. There was a 10 to 15 minute window it could have happened. The kids across the way didn't see anything, and Sam is thinking it may have been an inside job, but she doesn't get a chance to say it because Elizabeth and Jake walk in, and Elizabeth is literally giving the look of death. Like, if looks could kill, she would be a murderer. So that is it for today's General Hospital. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And don't forget to vote for Character of the Week. If you think you'll have it nailed down, you can vote in this video. If not, you can wait till Fridays, or it's not a holiday, right? So Fridays, and I'll announce the winner on Monday. I like that. I like that we brought it back. I won't forget on Monday. I actually have it worked into my notes now. But I hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. Bye!